What's up, guys, and welcome back to a new series where I like to point out some of the scariest moments that I've seen in kids' films. Today we're going to be talking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Get your popcorn and grab a seat because the Nostalgia Express just came in. My god, was this an awesome fucking movie. Having a cartoon world coexist with a normal reality human world is a pretty genius idea, especially when it's executed properly like this film does. Making two-dimensional characters seemingly feel more three-dimensional walking around with humans. All cartoon shows are filmed on live sets, like a movie. It's not all done in animation cells. Second of all, the fact that we got a scene with Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse together in one shot, that's not gonna happen for the next 100,000 years. And Disney was so protective of this that they actually said, let all the Disney characters gain the upper hand against the Warner Brothers characters. Just goes to show how much they were pretty much fucking greedy in the same way they are today.
That's it, girls. No more Disney TV for a while.
I would like to talk about the scariest moment of this movie, in my opinion. A lot of people think there's plenty of scary moments, and in my opinion, some of them are just downright freaking dark funny. Also, the amount of adult jokes in this movie are hilarious. This is back when PG meant something.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
The number one movie scene that people talk about scaring the life out of them is the scene where Judge Doom reveals himself as a cartoon character. Well, that scene is pretty freaky alone. Check out what Judge Doom actually looks like without the animated eyes. Christopher Lloyd, my god, he can make himself really look like a fucking cartoon character. Look at his fucking eyes. A lot of people agree that that is the scariest visual in the film, but in my opinion, the scariest moment of all happens right in the beginning. And it's when Marvin Acme gets killed, and we see Judge Doom give a demonstration of what the dip does to animated characters. And it's also the only movie where I think I've ever felt so sad and so depressed because of a shoe, of all things. A shoe. It goes like this. Our characters are talking about the murder of Marvin Acme when suddenly Judge Doom feels something nudging up against the side of his shoe. It turns out to be another shoe, a cartoon shoe, who's seemingly just snuggling up against him like kind of like a little animal in a way. He cartoonily and dramatically takes out a rubber glove and proceeds to pick up the shoe. Now, the amount of emotions invoked into this one small little animated bit here, the shoe seems confused at first. Very confused. Why is Judge Doom picking him up? He has no ideas why he's getting picked up in the first place, until he starts to walk over to the back of his van. And then, that's where you see the explanation of the dip. The only way to erase a toon character. And fun fact, this chemical compound was actually used to clean animation cells from the old days, when all animations were hand-drawn and painted in on individual cells. If they made a mistake, or if they wanted to reuse the cells, they would use the same chemical cocktail to clean those cells. So, bit of an interesting bit of history there. The lid comes undone, and there's a steaming cocktail of what is known as the dip in the movie. It's the only way to kill off a toon character, and giving a grim demonstration of how this works, Judge takes the shoe, and all the emotion invoked in the shoe doesn't realize it's in trouble until it's hovering over the dip, in which he starts dipping it in, and it melts away, erasing it completely. Even Eddie, even though he's prejudiced against cartoons in the beginning of the movie, the look of shock and the expression on his face tells him that he did not want to see that. Also, the red ink on Judge Doom's glove is a good representation of showing blood. This scene messed me the fuck up. The look of betrayal and fucking absolute shock that this poor little shoe goes through. And starting out as such a friendly little nudging, kind of like a cat coming up to you and purring against your leg, to being picked up and ended its life right fucking there. The amount of emotion that went into animating this small little character was amazing, because it invoked an emotion in me that made me want to bawl like a little baby. Like, why did he do that? What the fuck's the matter with him? What did he do? It's just incredible animation to be able to project those feelings into you and make you feel them. That takes a lot of skill to do. And that's my number one scariest moment in kids' movies. I'm going to continue this series. I'm going to pick apart movies I grew up with. I'm going to pick apart TV shows that I grew up with where I consider some of the scariest shit that ever happened in front of the silver screen or the big screen. So, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, leave me a comment down below what you think is the scariest part of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'd be happy to read them, and until then, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.